Hi, welcome back or welcome to my channel if you're new. My name is Laura. Hi, hello, welcome. Today we are going to do actually my last trash it and cash it of the year. So it's been a really exciting year of using makeup and bringing new products into my collection, and I hope that I didn't think this month was going to be that great, and then I finished up a big ticket item that put us over the top, which was really great. So I need to pull, I don't have numbers in front of me, which is probably shame on me. So I'm going to rely on editing Laura to add prices and costs in the top section up here as I normally do. And then when we get into the monetary value of like what I've used up versus what I've purchased, I might check into my computer and then come back and wrap up the video. So in true trash it and cash it fashion, I'm going to be talking about my empties first, then my purchases, or then my declutters, and then my purchases. So I hope that that's okay with you guys. I think it's okay. So yeah, so I have a basket full of my empties. I have my purchases next to me here, and we're just going to start talking about some of these empty products. There's going to be no rhyme or reason in like how I'm pulling them. Maybe actually there will be. I'll do skincare first and then we'll do makeup. I think that's how I normally do them. I always save the more exciting things for last. Personally, that's how I like to do this. So it's not in order of like what I've used up first to what I used up last. It's just kind of, I'm going to pull things out as I seem fit. The first thing I finished up are these Mighty Patch Micro Point for Blemishes Acne Pimple Patches. And I think I found out how I actually like these. So I really, really like the ones in, it's like a orange and then a red packaging kind of thing, but I think these micro point ones have a purpose when I have like a zit that's not like fully to the surface yet. So if I have like anything that's under the skin, or like what I call my cystic acne, like I have one right here right now that's kind of painful, this would be perfect to kind of draw it out and make it into a head, and then I can put that other patch on it and it completely like eradicates it. So I don't know if I would repurchase these because I'm not sure, but I never say never kind of thing. If I continue to have some of these more hormonal, like aggressive breakouts, I can see myself picking up a patch of these. They don't last me terribly long just because I will use them like twice in a row, like one night and then the other night, and then I'll put the other pimple patch on top of it. And there's only 6 in these micro point ones, so I don't think you get a lot of value for what you're getting, but I found out that I do actually appreciate these more than I've led on to in the past. So that was one of my empties. Another not so exciting empty, but I'm always excited when I empty my skincare, is this guy here. This is my, I don't know what brand it is, Heritage Store. It's just a rose hip seed oil. I love rose hip seed oil. I think that this does wonders for my skin, keeps it hydrated. It like makes all of my scarring like go away quicker, and I really appreciate this. Now, would I buy the Heritage Store one again? Maybe. I usually look for the one that's the best value and purchase that way. I found the ones that are sold on Amazon typically are a better value, but I don't really want to support Amazon that much anymore, so I would probably look for another one on Ulta's website or maybe even Sephora. I'm not interested in spending a huge amount of money on rose hip seed oil because really all of them do the same thing for me. So there's that. Another skincare empty is this guy here. This is my Bare Republic SPF 70 mineral sunscreen. I didn't like this at all. It just left a very bad white cast on the skin. I got out as much as I could, and I'm sure there's a smidge. There's like a tiny bit left in there. I don't know if you'll be able to see it. Oh, yeah. So there's a small amount left, but it leaves a really intense white cast on the skin. So if you have any skin darker than mine, I feel like this is going to show up intensely, because it showed up intensely on my skin, and I'm not even that dark. I'm not even like medium. I'm like a darker light skin at best. So this, I wouldn't recommend it. And I'm using another Bare Republic. It's the SPF 30 gel face sunscreen, and I find that that's pilling up, but I kind of just want to plow through that and then like be done with Bare Republic. I really appreciate the Supergoop sunscreens, and we will get to that in a little bit. The next skincare body care item is this guy. I only buy one shampoo a year, and it's usually a giant size like this, and it lasts me the entire year. So I think I bought this at the previous jumbo sale at Ulta, and they're having another jumbo sale at Ulta, so I will probably repurchase another hefty size shampoo. But I do have a couple small sizes I need to get through, so now that I'm saying that, I probably will get through those. And then I think they'll do another jumbo sale in June. They usually do them like 6 months apart. So I probably won't repurchase for a little while, and I'll get through some of the other shampoos that have just been lingering, that have been like in Josh's bathroom versus my bathroom. So I really enjoyed this, and I've used up everything that I could. I don't know if you'll be able to see in there. I've like whacked it and everything. This is a humongous shampoo. This is the 1 liter side, or 33.8 fluid ounces. It's bigger than my head. I enjoy this. My favorite is the Hydrate line. Not necessarily the scent of the shampoo, but the scent of the conditioner is it's delicious. It's minty. It's lovely. But I like the Hydrate line by Pureology the most, I've found, and it stems from my sister showing me this and making me fall in love with it at the salon. Then everything else that's left bin is just makeup empties, which is really exciting. So maybe we'll start with the least exciting thing first. I don't know what's the least exciting thing, but I finished this guy here. This is a Bare Minerals Ready Foundation. This was discontinued a while ago. I don't know how long ago, but I actually finished it up in my 20 favorites in 2020. This is not usable powder. That is just like staining that I could get rid of with alcohol, but I just haven't done it yet. It's a really sturdy compact, so I will probably keep this to repress other products into it. But yeah, I finished up this Ready Foundation. I couldn't find the actual price of this, so I'm just giving myself credit for what a loose powder foundation is, which is $22. So, or at least that's what I believe it was when I purchased these. So that was one makeup product down. The next one was another Bare Minerals product. This is the Bare Minerals Concealer Powder in the shade Bisque. This was in my 20 favorites in 2020, and how I ended up using this was actually we had maybe just a hair left of this, and it's not my favorite concealer color. It's much more pink for my skin than I like. So I actually mixed this in with my lace baking powder by Makeup Revolution, and kind of created like a neutral toned setting powder, and that's kind of how I've been using it, and I finished it up that way. I like this. I like the Bare Minerals concealer powders, especially if you're looking for something to just add a little extra coverage on top of your concealer, or if you are trying to touch up after like you're done with your makeup throughout the day and you need something that's not a cream or a liquid because you've already applied powder and whatnot onto your skin. This is a great one to just touch up, but I prefer the Well Rested powder, which I did repurchase earlier this year, and now I only have one powder concealer in my collection, which is awesome. Another exciting thing, in my opinion, is this guy here. This is the Wet n Wild Photo Focus Foundation. I have mine in the shade Soft Ivory. I know it looks like there's some product in there. I took a spatula, scraped everything that I could out of it, and then whatever is in there is just product that wouldn't come out with the spatula, and it's kind of thick and doesn't really blend as well, and I think it's just because it's an old foundation. I think this has been in my collection since 2018. And yeah, I'm pretty stoked that I finished this one up. I wouldn't repurchase it. I used to think that this smelled like paint thinner, and then like every now and then I would get a hint. I think it was supposed to be like apple scented, because every now and then I would get like an apple scent come through out of the paint thinner. It was really weird, but I'm very happy that this one's gone. One of the exciting products I had was this guy. Oh, I guess all of these are exciting. This is the Stila Shimmer and Glow, and this one, it was in the shade Kitten. Now, I do have a second Kitten in my collection, and I will enjoy using it up. I actually found a way that I really enjoyed using this, especially since it was dried out. I scooped it all out and put it into another container, my MAC paint pot that was empty earlier this year as well. And what I was doing was I was actually mixing some of my P. Louise bases and NYX glitter primer. I will pop a picture over here. I'm just like kind of the products that I was using to mix. And it would change the color of the shimmer and glow into like a new shade. So it was almost like I was playing with a new product every time I was using it near the end of its life. And I'm a little annoyed that I didn't figure that out sooner, and I would have been able to kind of get through it a little bit faster. But I was able to finish up 3 of these this year. 3 of these, which is absolutely amazing in my opinion. So I'm excited to try to finish up more of these next year. And then the last product, which I think is the most exciting because these take a long time to finish up, and the size of the container will not make it seem exciting. But this guy here is this little tiny Bare Minerals, what is this? A eyeshadow powder. This was in the shade Cream Soda. It is complete. This was just a cream colored, almost a little yellowy eyeshadow. It was more of like a satin matte kind of finish. I use this whenever I would apply too much up towards the brow bone. I would take this and blend it out so my eyeshadow didn't get too carried away too quickly. And if it was carried away, this would help tame it down. But yeah, there wasn't a ton of product in there when we brought it into the projects, but I am really happy that I was able to use every little bit of this up, and that means another loose shadow out of my collection, and that's huge because, as I keep saying, loose eyeshadows go underutilized in my collection. Oh, I have a couple items that I finished up that I don't really count. I just have 2 sample packets. I have a Peter Thomas Roth coconut or cucumber mask. I liked how this felt on my skin. However, I think it caused a big breakout on my chin. So I don't think Peter Thomas Roth is cruelty free. So I wouldn't repurchase this. Plus, these are so expensive. I think like the full size of the masks are like $70, and I cannot get down with that. That's too expensive. And then I tried and used this Beauty Blender soap because I took my Dr. Bronner's Castile soap to the house. So I needed something to clean my brushes, and I've been just using my body wash now. And now my empties basket is empty. We can talk about my purchases. I guess I should preface with, if you're new to the Trash It and Cash It series, I do have like a flexible spending account. I don't know if a lot of people are familiar with that is. It's basically you pay, like you take a portion of your paycheck and put it into this like money that you can use on like personal goods, sunscreen. What else do they sell? Like like arm braces and stuff like that. Like things for like your everyday health that you might not want to spend just like shell out the money for. And December is the time of year where like you have to use your money up or you essentially lose it. And since I'm not going to be on my insurance anymore, I'm going on my husband's insurance, I was going to just like flat out lose the money. So I just went ahead and purchased a bunch of sunscreen, honestly. So the first thing I purchased is this guy here. These are the Supergoop Play SPF Lotion Everyday Sunscreen SPF 50s. These are like $58 a piece if you bought them regularly, but since I had the flexible spending account and I had the money to just go through, I purchased just 2 of these because I know I really, really like these and I can go through them pretty quickly because I enjoy them so much. So I purchased 2 of the 18 fluid ounce tubs. I might bring one of them to my parents' house in Florida and just like leave it there for them, but I'm really happy about this. I can use this on my face and my body, so I will just use this up, Post a picture here. The reason I don't have it in front of me is it's because it's at my house and I've left it there and I don't know why I didn't grab it, but it's the same thing. It's one of these Supergoop sunscreens, but it's the hand screen. It comes in a pump. I actually saw Sarah Rose talk about how she liked that, and I always like hand cream and hand lotions, so I figured why not just purchase an SPF version of it. I can leave it in my car. It won't be an issue. And with cleaning the new house, I've been washing my hands and like getting my hands like covered in bleach because I've been cleaning so much. So my hands have been really dry. So leaving it at the house when I'm cleaning and putting the lotion on. Now, I don't count these into like the dollars that I spent because I either had to use it or I lose the money. So I count them in my empties, but I don't count them as money that I've spent, if that makes sense. So another SPF item is this guy here. This, I haven't even opened this yet. This is the Supergoop Play SPF 30 Lip Balm in mint, or with mint. I opted for the mint one because I just like the way mint feels and smells on my lips. I haven't opened this. I'm assuming it just comes in a squeeze tube. Yeah, it's just like a little squeeze tube guy. The packaging is super cute on it. Matches everything else in the Supergoop line. So I'm excited to eventually use this guy. And then the last item from Supergoop that I brought into my collection is this guy here. This is the Supergoop Bright Eyed SPF 40 Eye Cream. Again, this was another one. I didn't get it because Sarah Rose recommended it. I saw her talk about it, and I've actually seen her talk about how she doesn't like it. But everyone has different preferences to their skin. Everyone has a different experience with skincare, and I just wanted to pick it up. I am almost out of my eye cream, and I figured why not just try this one, and it's basically like I'm getting it for free because I had to use the money anyway. So I'm excited to try this one out. If you're unfamiliar, the Supergoop items do have like a very light sweet scent. It doesn't smell like added fragrance. It just, I think it's a sunflower extract that they put into it. It just smells a little sweeter than like not having a scent. I have a couple other items that I purchased. The first thing I actually ended up bringing into my collection is this guy. I've been obsessed with the Nude Filler Instinct by NYX. Now, I will say I don't like the color of this as much as I thought that I was going to. It's much darker. Online, I didn't think it was going to be this dark. It's a lot darker than what I was. So this Filler Instinct, I mean, I think on camera even it looks a little bit lighter than it is. It's a little darker than what I normally like to wear for a all over lip color, but I can see this would look really pretty with some of the browns that I have that I like to wear. This would be a nice, just hydrating, almost lip balm on top of them, or even underneath if I'm wearing like a liquid lipstick, because I have that Rare Beauty one that's a similar shade to this. So I will get my use out of it. They're not terribly expensive either, so I'm happy about that. I actually picked up this on a recommendation from, I will have her handle here, it's Cam Pans on Instagram. She's been talking about how she uses this for her brow gel, so I've used it the past 3 days, and I really enjoy. It gives you such a strong hold in your brows, so it's like they're glued, that like it would suggest. They are glued down there. So I enjoy this. I have pretty unruly brow hairs that kind of go all over the place. So if I can find something that's actually going to lock them down, I am very, very happy about that. And this is kind of the best thing I found so far for that. So thank you, Cam, for enlightening me in the journey that is Got to Be Glued spiking gel for the brows. And it's been working amazing so far. Then a couple other items I brought into my collection this month. I brought in a couple e.l.f. brushes. I'll just show you both of them. So I brought these two into my life. I thought that this crease brush was going to be this thin all the way around, but it's a little fatter on one side, which is not my favorite, but it works pretty well for the outer V work, which is nice. Then I also brought in a new e.l.f. Brow brush. I really enjoy how small this spoolie is, but this brow brush is pretty darn thin. I'm actually pretty impressed with this these brushes by e.l.f. They feel pretty sturdy. I'm trying to find more affordable brush options that aren't Morphe because my collection is very compact with Morphe brushes, and I don't really want to support Morphe in the future. So I would like to find some alternative brushes and then maybe start weeding out my brush collection a little bit more. So we're on a journey of that, but they're very, very soft. They're very soft brushes, and I'm very excited to have them in my collection. And on the same wavelength, I ended up, I actually bought a pack of, I think it was 26 brushes, and I split them up into different gifts for different people in my life. And these are just the brushes that I kept. Ooh, my camera's gonna die. These are the brushes that I ended up bringing in and keeping for myself because I don't think that the people that I've gifted the rest of them will use these ones in particular. So I just kept the soft blending brush. It's more round than the e.l.f. one, if you can see that. I hope you can. The e.l.f. one almost is like flat and pinched, whereas that BH one is just round all the way around, and I really, really like it, and it's very, very, very soft. Then I kept this this flat shader brush because it's super thin, and I thought it would be really good for cut creases, so I kept that one. And then I know the people in my life that I gifted these to wouldn't use a liner brush like this, so I just kept it for myself, see if I like it. It looks like it might be a little too thick of a liner brush for me to really enjoy, but might as well try it. And then I kept the spoolie brush because I feel like I can never have enough spoolies in my life, so I kept that one for my eyebrows. And that is everything that I brought in. I'm going to come over here and just have the numbers and the running total. My goal this year was to use up double what I brought in, or use up at least, purchase a half of the monetary value that I used up. And we definitely are still on pace for that. I believe I used up like $156 this month and some change. Maybe it's like $156.29 or something like that. I'm going to be so impressed if I got that right. And then we only brought in because I'm not counting like the sunscreen purchases, we only brought in, monetarily speaking, these, and then a portion of the brushes. So this is maybe like $30 worth of product, probably even less if I'm being quite honest. So we really didn't bring a whole lot into our collection, and that means we were over the $2,000 mark, and we brought in less product than what we spent in 2020. I would like to keep doing this next year. I don't know if I'm going to do this series monthly. I might do it every time I might do my purchases monthly or bi-monthly, but empties, I'm going to wait until I have like 10 or so products and then just do like a recap of all of the empties. So my Trash It and Cash It series is going to look a little bit differently next year, but it's going to be like the same premise where I want to spend less money than I bring into my collection. So I hope you guys are doing well. I hope you're staying healthy, staying sane, and staying safe, and I will catch you in my next video. Bye!